Hey friends, and welcome back to the channel, or if you're new here, then hello and welcome. My name is Kara, and today I'm going to be sharing with you my makeup inventory. Now, granted, this would be that much more interesting if I could find January 2023's makeup inventory, but I can't. I know that I wrote it into a book. I've gone through all of these books. It's not in any of them. The fact that I have this many half written in notebooks, and there are more scattered throughout my house, none of which contain the information that I'm looking for, but the fact that I've amassed so many is kind of alarming. Like, I have this illness where I just buy notebooks thinking somehow I'm going to become a very creative person or a very dedicated... No, you know what? That's not even entirely true because I know that I'm never going to be a journaler. I just like the notebooks. Anyways, I do have my current makeup inventory counted out. I did this after I did my series of declutters, so I thought I would just share the numbers with you and also share with you my plan, at least as of now, for 2024 in terms of makeup purchases. So, quickly, we're gonna roll the footage. Now, before we do it, I don't want any judgment on how messy my room is, okay? Not fair. I have been waiting for literally 2 years for this room to magically come together where everything is organized all at the same time so that I could film my collection and share it with you and not look like a slovenly slob. But you know what? It hasn't happened in 2 years and it's probably not going to happen for the next 2 years. So it is what it is. It's my little haven. It's messy. I'm messy. It's all good. Anyways, roll the footage. Now, because I just filmed my collection, I haven't done it in any sort of strategic order. So the products that I'm going to mention and the numbers are not going to follow with what you're seeing on the screen, and that's okay. I also have not gone through every item that I have. If you want to see my entire collection and my thoughts on pretty much everything in my collection, go through my declutter videos because I talk about basically every single item that I own. Okay, let's start with primers. I have a total of 3 primers. I have 11 concealers, 21 foundations, 10 different powders. I lumped finishing and setting powders in together. I have 3 brow products. I have 2 setting sprays, which seems shockingly low for me, but I really only need 1, so I'm doing okay. I have 9 eye primers, which is altogether too many eye primers, but I don't really feel the need to declutter them because they're all housed quite nicely. For cheek palettes, I have 6. I have a total of 131 eyeshadow palettes, 28 single shadows that I did count. These are the ones that you will see in the drawer. 5 mascaras, 11 liquid liners, 29 pencil liners. I've got 10 lip balms, 11 lip pencils, 19 lip glosses, 47 lipsticks, 45 liquid lipsticks, 12 powder blushes, 21 cream blushes, 5 powder bronzers, 3 cream bronzers, 11 powder highlighters, and 4 cream highlighters. The total number in my inventory then is 457 products. I would say give that a plus or minus 5 margin of error because sometimes things get missed, sometimes I double count stuff, but we're in the 457 ballpark. Now, when I look at that number, I'm not alarmed by it. Yes, it is a lot of makeup, and it is more than what most people probably own. It's nowhere near what I used to own, but right now, it's a comfortable amount. I'm not so concerned with the actual number of items. I'm more so concerned with just how I feel about my collection. Is it overwhelming me? Do I feel like things just are disorganized and there's not enough space for everything? Things like that are what really get under my skin, not the number of items that I've collected. And everything's organized. I have a place for everything. I don't have palettes just sort of accumulating and gathering elsewhere because there's nowhere else to put them. And I feel like it's manageable. Granted, I have more than I will probably ever get through, but I'm okay with that. As long as I am getting use out of the items that I've purchased, I'm okay with not completing it 100%. That might not be for everybody, but for me, there's a certain level of comfort to that. And this is where the conflict has sort of always lived in my head. On the one side, I'm happy with my collection and I really don't feel the need to go out and amass anything more. On the other, there's the YouTube world, and the algorithm loves when people get reviews up fast, and that's who gets the views, and that's the video that continually gets pushed out. So where do I go from here? Because I really don't want to keep up with the Joneses. I really don't feel the urge to buy a ton of makeup. But that's what YouTube really likes, and that's what gets the views. So what do I do? Well, what I have come up with, at least for now, here we're sitting at January 2nd, so God only knows how I'll feel in February. But right now I want to do a year of considered shopping, of mindful makeup purchases. I'm not going to say that it's a no-buy year. I think that that's just too restrictive, and it's too black and white for me. And then on the other side of the coin, there's the low buy. And sometimes I find just labeling something a low buy is way too vague. It's too arbitrary. You're just picking a number and slapping it on there. And if I tell myself that I have a $200 or a $100 budget, I'm going to feel like I want to spend that amount. Or it becomes really complicated where there are so many rules involved of you can buy one palette per month and one lip product, but you can't buy this, or you can do this, or only if this, there's too much structure. So I'm just gonna do away with the labels. It's just going to be considered makeup purchases. Mindful makeup madness. I don't know. Somebody come up with a name for it. I don't know. And I was finding it really, really exhausting, trying to stay on top of all the new releases, trying to get those review videos up as quickly as possible, but yet be as thorough as possible in them. And it's exhausting. I just personally have too much stuff going on in my life. I cannot devote that amount of time to YouTube anymore. So not only do I not have the drive to become an influencer, but I also just don't have the time that you need to devote it. I totally understand how people can make a full-time career out of social media. It is all-encompassing. There is so much to do, and it's not just YouTube, but then it's creating the thumbnails, and it's editing the videos, and it's running an Instagram, and it's doing the TikToks, and it's making the reels, and making the shorts, and it's exhausting. It's exhausting, and I just don't have the energy for it. So that's not to say I'm prepared to wrap up my channel. I do still enjoy this, and I, like I said, just want to bring the fun back to it. So I have this sort of crystallizing plan in my mind where I'm going to do weekly videos on this channel in addition to the weekly videos I'm going to do on my second channel. If you're interested in things about running, if you are a slow runner or a beginner runner in particular, come and follow me on that channel because I am a newbie as well and I am learning as I go and I would love the company. But this channel, I still want to do the My Week in Makeup videos because even though they don't get a lot of views, it's become this smaller subset of the bigger whole, and it just feels like a really tight-knit little community over there, and I really enjoy interacting with you guys in the comments on those videos. That's not to dissuade anybody else from watching them. Please join in the fun. They're very easy to film, but they do take a long time for me to edit, a long time for me to edit. So I'm not going to do them every week. I think I'll still call them My Week in Makeup because it's going to focus on a week of makeup, but I'm probably going to put them up every 2 weeks instead. Possibly moving down to monthly, but we're going to try every 2 weeks and see how sustainable that is at first. And then as well, I want to do 1 week where I select items from my collection and just sort of show you what I'm going to be working with for the next 2 weeks, and then you'll see it in a video when I cull it all together. Just think it's a way for you to sort of explore my collection with me. If I do happen to pick up anything new, I can throw it into the basket and also share my thoughts on the products with you as we go along with that. But I don't envision many, if any, in the way of formal reviews. Possibly for some PR items that I might receive, but I don't see reviews being a focus of my channel. They haven't been for a very long time, and I'm a much calmer person for it. As well, I do want to do a new makeup video at least once a month where I look at new makeup releases. Shocking, I know. But in the past, I've done it as like, these are future releases. What am I interested in? What am I not? I think I'm going to do it in the reverse order this way and talk about what has hit the market, what is new, what I have bought, what I haven't, and more importantly with the what I haven't, why haven't I? And I think I'm going to, and again, don't quote me on this, don't hold me to this completely. These are just thoughts that are coming to me. But I think that I'm going to focus mostly on new items that have been released that I have been interested, that I've actually added to a favorites list or jotted down somewhere in one of my myriad notepads to remind myself of it. And just let some time and some breathing space go. And then when I do my video, I can tell you, I was super excited about this, and then I waited a couple of days and like the shiny new effect kind of wore off, or whatever the case may be. Just really sort of explain to you why, even though I wanted that product, I ultimately decided not to buy it, or as the case may be, to buy it. So that's kind of what I'm thinking for at least this beginning portion of 2024. I don't plan on doing a formal project pan this year. It's just, there's pros and cons to them. I love them and I hate them. I've been doing them for a while now and I'm ready to take a break, especially if I'm going to continue with the My Week in Makeup and really sort of select items from my collection to focus on for a shorter period of time. So yeah, we're just gonna forgo the project pan, but I will do videos here and there, like some random one-offs, some empties videos, things of that sort. But as a general, like, this is what you can expect from me, that's what it's gonna be. Selecting items, My Week in Makeup, and a new makeup release video as well. So there we go. That is the plan, at least for the foreseeable future. This is always subject to change. I have been putting my mind to when I'm going to post videos, and I am aiming very strongly for every Saturday or every Sunday. Not sure, but sometime on the weekend. And then on my other channel, I'll be posting probably every Monday or Tuesday. We'll see. I'm very new to the vlogging world. It's very uncomfortable, and the editing process is kind of like putting together a jigsaw puzzle, which kind of makes it interesting, but like, I can invest 2.5 hours to make a 9-minute video. It's insane. All that to say, weekends are going to be for this channel, midweek will be for the other, and this one, like I've been saying throughout this entire video, is going to be about mindful makeup spending. Or a better name, if somebody can please suggest one, because I'm at a loss. Anyways, Happy New Year, guys. I hope that everybody survived their holidays well, got lots of family time, got lots of relaxing. Sometimes the holidays just come and kick you in the ass, and that's okay too. I hope you survived. Anyways, thank you so much for taking the time to watch. I will see you in my next video, and until then, just be a decent human being. Bye for now.